Good morning, friends, and hello from Tokyo. It is Monday the 18th of March, so yes, I know that this video is going to be coming to you probably a month later or so, mid-April, something like that, but I had a lot of requests for a vlog while I was here, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do one, just wasn't really sure what the logistics would be in terms of like filming in public places, and if I felt like it was going to take away from my trip or anything like that, but I arrived on Thursday. So I've already had 4 full days here and I'm getting more confident with my surroundings and the public transport system, and I feel like I should be able to show you guys just a little bit of a glimpse of what I get up to today in Tokyo. I was actually originally going to film this vlog yesterday on Sunday, but on Friday I ate some street food and I just wasn't really feeling my best on Saturday and Sunday. I could still get up and go and do things, I just kind of needed to go to the toilet a lot. So although it wasn't too bad and it hasn't detracted from my street food experience enough to not eat street food again, I think I'll be taking it maybe a little bit easy. Japan in general is like very, very clean. You guys will see throughout this vlog, and very hygienic, so I didn't think that there would be any issues with eating some street food, but maybe my Western stomach just couldn't handle it. So because I'm feeling better today, I've gotten up a little bit earlier. It's 8:15 in the morning, and I'm going to go to some of the sites today that I've been to previously that were just like way too crazy busy touristy when I went on Saturday and Sunday, and try and get some nice photos without like thousands of people in them. I'll talk about the cuisine and food and eating more as I go along, but I've mostly been skipping breakfast or going for quite a while fasted just because I've been busy and I haven't been working out in the morning, so I feel like I can do that. However, I did bring along a few of these MyProtein sachets. You can buy so many individual single servings of these things, fantastic for travel, especially if you are only going away for like a 1 or 2 week trip. I did only bring maybe about 7 with me, so they're not going to last me the whole 24 days that I'm away in Japan, but I thought this morning I may as well give this new vanilla raspberry flavor a go. Well, it's not a new flavor, I just haven't tried it before. Yeah, that's really tasty. Yep, it's vanilla and raspberry, so that's always nice when it's true to flavor. I reckon it'd be pretty good for like fruit smoothies, or if you're adding it into oats and you're adding like fruity toppings, but it probably wouldn't be my first choice as like a straight drinkable protein. I tend to stick to more of like the chocolatey, caramelly ones for straight drinking. So in terms of where I'm staying, currently I'm vlogging just outside my hostel. I'm staying at K's House Tokyo, and I absolutely love it so far. There's quite a few travelers here, a lot of other people speaking English, people from all over the globe. I'm sharing a room at the moment with someone from the Netherlands, someone from Belgium, and someone from Argentina. It's away from the main crazy busy area of Tokyo, which is where I'm going today. I kind of wanted to be away from that. This area, it's like quite nice, like it's still a city, right? Like it's still busy, but it feels kind of more residential. It feels like there's more business people here. I also feel like there's really good food here and really nice culture. It just kind of feels quieter, and I've had amazing sleep every single night. The hostel facilities, again, it's so clean. Everything in Japan is so clean, you guys. And I'm paying 3,500 yen a night for a 4-bedroom female-only dorm, which also has a toilet in it. 3,500 yen is equivalent to 44 Australian dollars. I mean, the dorm room is a dorm room, it's fairly small, but everyone's really respectful. There's been enough space for everyone to get around. There's a nice little common area, there's facilities, the staff have been really lovely and helpful. So yeah, I wish I was staying at some of the other K's House. K's House is like a chain throughout Japan, but the one in Kyoto got booked out like so far in advance because they're just so popular. But yeah, I really highly recommend this hostel, you guys. So I'm about to head off now and explore. This is the subway map of Tokyo. It is more intimidating than it looks. It's actually really well organized. Everything runs on time all the time, and it's actually like, I find it like a fun little game, like trying to figure out, like connect all of the stops together. So I'm staying over here near Kuramai station, and the busy area that everyone associates with Tokyo is Shinjuku and Shibuya, and I'm also heading to there and Harajuku this morning. So less chatting, let's start exploring. So I guess some places are always going to be busy, hey? I'm in Tokyo, very busy city, very touristy city, and this is a pretty big tourist attraction. It's the Meiji Shrine, which I believe was dedicated to an emperor from long ago, Emperor Meiji. And then over here on all of these boards behind me, you can write your prayers or like expressions of gratitude to various people in your life, well wishes, that kind of thing. And you pray to whatever god you have and hopefully they come true. They're very, very busy. It's a very busy area. But this, I don't know, something that I've found about Tokyo so far, although it's busy, although this tourist attraction is busy, this still feels really peaceful. It's in this beautiful park, which is right next to Harajuku, and it's just like a really peaceful place in the middle of the city. And as busy as that public transport was, again, it's never felt like chaotic. Things feel busy, but because it's all so damn organized, it's still like, I still feel very calm, I don't feel stressed, and the trains come so often, if you miss one it's fine, you just catch the next one. So Tokyo, I found it's busy, but because it's so organized, it never feels chaotic or stressful. So I am leaving the area of the Meiji Shrine now. I'm not sure if you can see that in the background, it's quite dark. I've come in through the main entrance area, so it is really busy, but the park is quite large and there's multiple entrances. But I'm heading back into the city now, back into Harajuku, gonna do a little bit of exploring. Let's go. Okay, I know this is a terrible angle, but this installation, it's the entrance to a mall, Tokyo Mall, in Harajuku, really close to Takashima Street where I just was. Whoa, there we go. I knew I was going to be going there and getting some sick photos. So it didn't open until 11. I noticed that shops here, I mean in Australia, shops and malls tend to open like 8:30, 9, that kind of thing. A lot of shops here don't open until like 10 to 11, and then they're open later every day. So I got to the mall today right on 11 so I could get my photo, and luckily enough there were some Canadians that were there same time as me, and one of them was a photographer, and so he took some photos of me. That's the thing about solo traveling, sometimes you're in like a really beautiful spot and you do want someone to take a photo of you and there's just no one there, so I don't know, but it means that I get in good conversations with strangers, and we exchanged tips about our trip, and they happily took photos of me and I happily took photos of them as well. So I think that's a really good thing about solo traveling, is in a way it kind of forces you to get out of your comfort zone a little bit and talk to new people, and you get in so many cool conversations with so many cool people. Right now though, it's 20 past 11 and I'm actually going to be heading to Gold's Gym here in Harajuku. So in terms of gym on holiday, my mantra is kind of just like, do it when I feel like it, if it kind of fits into my schedule. So I'm in Tokyo for a total of 6.5 days. That's ample time for me to be able to fit in a couple of workouts. If I'm in a location for only a day or two, then I don't really want to go to the gym and take away from time that I could be spending exploring. However, Tokyo does have options in terms of gym. Gold's Gym is a chain here. There's also Anytime Fitness, and then they also have their own chains as well. Gold's Gym, I know, is obviously renowned across the world as like a decent gym, so I know that's going to have any and all of the equipment that I need. There are some funny rules in Japanese gyms. All that I posted on my Instagram stories that really surprised people was no tattoos, and so I thought that it was fairly well known that Japanese have a culture of no one has tattoos. Pretty much it's only like the mafia that kind of have tattoos, and so if you do have a tattoo and you want to go to a gym in Japan, you're just going to have to cover it up. And if you have a tattoo and you want to go to an onsen in Japan, so which is like a traditional bath, you're not going to be able to go to an onsen. You just can't show your tattoos at all. I know it probably sucks. Personally, I don't have any tattoos, so it's not an issue for me. But that's just their culture. Oh, here we go. I walked past it initially, had to come back. So the cost of Gold's Gym in Tokyo, it's not cheap. You can get a single visit pass. They call it a visitor pass, not a casual entry or a one-time entry or anything like that. Cost me 40 Australian dollars. Also why I'm not going to be going to the gym that much, but I still want to go occasionally because I can and because I enjoy it and because I actually just find going to gyms in foreign countries and in Japan just like fascinating. So yeah, it is a little bit pricey, just so you're aware, but I'm going to head in now, get my workout done. I'll probably be about an hour or so, and then when I come out, we're going to get lunch. We're going to get some sushi. Alright, it's sushi time. I know that this is going to be very close to my face, but it is quite noisy in here and I don't have a mic and it's not even focusing on my face. There we go. Don't have a mic, so I'm going to have to speak up and be close to the camera, but I am at a sushi train place here now in Shibuya. I finished my gym session. I just walked here from Harajuku. It only took like 10 minutes, but this is not just any sushi train. It is an automated sushi train. I'll show you guys what I mean. So firstly, the best bit is they have the menu in English. Thank goodness. But basically you can scroll through all of these different categories. I'm obsessed with nigiri, so that's what I'm going to go for. You can choose what you want. All these different options. Options. And then it gets custom delivered to you via this track. And this is the whole sushi place, guys. So while I wait for that, and it won't take very long, there's a tap of boiling water here, which they have green tea provided, so you can make yourself some green tea. And they also have these little dishes and your own soy sauce and also a box with pickled ginger in it as well, which you tend to have like in between each type as like kind of like a palate cleanser, I guess. But now we wait. I'm not sure that novelty is going to wear off anytime soon. Here's to round one. So that was in and out in half an hour. I'm not sure if you guys can hear me. It's quite noisy on the street here. There's lots of music playing and bright lights flashing, etc. But in and out in half an hour. It was pretty quick for me because I'm just by myself. If you are in a larger group, you're probably going to have to wait longer, but I've been there twice now. Yesterday I went with a friend, and for the two of us we only waited 5 minutes, and we were there at 1 p.m. on a Saturday, which is probably arguably going to be the busiest time. I've had a few people ask about the language barrier in terms of ordering food. How do you know what you're ordering, etc. Personally, I haven't had an issue so far. However, I am planning on doing another vlog either in Kyoto or in Osaka, and I will have been in Japan for longer then, and hopefully I can touch on it more then. However, some of you may recognize the word Shibuya. Some of you may have heard of the Shibuya crossing, and if you haven't heard of it, you'll know it. I'm about to walk right into it. So this is apparently the busiest intersection in the world. Apparently 2,500 people cross it every single time the lights go. Oh my god, it's gone red. Which I would believe, because that is a lot of people. But again, still lots of people everywhere, but it still feels like quite manageable and very organized. But yeah, that's Shibuya Crossing. Now I'm going to try and navigate one of the busiest train stations in Tokyo and go somewhere a little bit further out in the suburbs. A little treat that I saw on Instagram that I want to get my hands on. Arigato! Okay guys, so I googled this, I saw it on Instagram, and I had to catch the train or the subway out a few stations to get here. It's definitely not in the city, but it's not too far, like it still only took me like half an hour or so, and oh my god, it is worth it. You guys saw all of the flavors. I don't know what order they're all in, but it's actually really tasty. Also really glad, like, it was in the middle of a shopping center and you're not allowed to like eat in the shopping center, or you had to eat it right there. Oh, actually, also I should say, I just remembered, it's like rude in Japanese culture to like eat and walk at the same time. Sorry, I only just remembered that, so I'm gonna stop walking and start eating. I'm not exactly sure why it's rude, but I was Instagram storying the other day and walking and eating, and someone was like, oh, you shouldn't really do that. And then my friend told me later, yeah, you shouldn't really eat and walk at the same time. So I'm just gonna stand still and eat and enjoy this. I don't actually think I'm gonna eat the whole thing because like, it's kind of huge and I have got a feeling that I might want something sweet after dinner tonight. But yeah, now maybe you can understand why I am kind of like semi-fasting in the morning and then eating the majority of calories in the afternoon, because it means I get to eat things like this. But yes, thank you so much Tokyo for this amazing treat. Okay, update. I know that I said I wasn't gonna eat the whole thing, but I ate the whole thing, you guys. There's like no public bins I'm finding in Tokyo, so I didn't have anywhere to like dispose of it. And also I had no one to share it with, so I just kind of like kept eating, and I was like, nah, I'm not really getting full. And then all of a sudden the whole thing was gone. It was delicious though, absolutely no regrets, and I don't feel sick. So, I mean, it's gone quite well, but probably means that I won't have another sweet treat tonight. And I am now wearing considerably more clothing than I was before because I'm now cold. Speaking of the weather, mid-March, it's currently like top temperature of 15 degrees in Tokyo, lows overnight of around 5 degrees. This is Celsius. It is steadily getting warmer. It's obviously coming into spring, but Tokyo spring is quite different to Australian spring. We're not getting upwards of 20 degrees Celsius just yet. And while there are some cherry blossom trees here and there that have bloomed, definitely the majority aren't out yet, at least in Tokyo. So I'm going to be saving the cherry blossom spam for another vlog. I think I'm going to do another vlog maybe in Kyoto, I think. Hey guys, so after Shinjuku I went back to the hostel and got changed, and then I went out for dinner. I had sushi again for dinner, just because considering I was sick the last couple of days, I didn't want to eat anything with too much fibre in it, to be honest. Sticking to rice and fish is probably a good idea for me right now, and in my next vlog I will probably go through more in detail how I'm going in terms of fibre and getting enough fruit and veggies in. It just hasn't been a priority for me the last couple of days. I just want to eat some tasty food and also feel better. So I'm back over in the area near where my hotel is. Behind me is one of the entrance gates to the Sensoji Temple, another beautiful area of Tokyo. I feel like this has probably become a very, very long vlog, so I'm gonna wrap it up here for today, guys. I know that there's no way that I could have covered everything in this vlog. This is just, of course, one day in Tokyo, and so I've done my best. I know there's things that I've missed, but I hope it gave you a little bit of an insight into what I've been up to. So if you did like this video, I'd really appreciate if you gave me a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, please make sure to leave them below. And if you want to see my next vlog, if you want to see more from me, if you want to see more from me here in Japan, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in Kyoto or Osaka. I don't know, who knows? We'll see. See you in the next vlog.